Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming, more Hearts of Iron for Equestria War, playing as the Kingdom of Boreas. Can you tell? Because we're big and swole. I mean, obviously, we have to be the player. We are currently fabricating on the Griffonian Republic and the remainders of the Entente. We're going to try to destroy all of them. Would like to destroy these islands and take them, because I think these guys usually end up having a pretty reasonable-ish navy. I mean, it wouldn't take us much. So you know what I'm going to do, actually, with you guys? Pull you back. Can I set you up for a naval invasion? I just realized we even have naval invasion tech. I think we do. We can handle a little bit. I don't have to do much. I just have to land somewhere and take some land from them. And if I can do that, then I'm pretty sure once we take out the leaders of the Entente, we should be able to take their land as well. So this is one of the fun things about acting unilaterally in a war. So I have all the war score. As long as you take one province from everyone, then just focus all your effort on whoever the war leader is. Take them down. Major contributor. You get everything for free, and no one else is in the war to mess up your war score. Of course, at that point, I think war score shouldn't even be a thing, because all I have to do is just hit the pass button like 50 times and get carpal tunnel, and then I can just take everything anyway, so why not just have the option? I don't have to share. What are you talking about? I need more steel. Gosh dang, we need all the steel these days. We probably should be building up some infrastructure in areas that get me more steel. To that extent, continue working with the assault weapons. We just got 77,000 upgrades and making almost 500 per day. Infrastructure. There's some steel here. Upgrade. Steel and crystals. Steel, steel, all of this. Loads of steel to be had here. Pretty good amount to be had here. Sometimes I wish there was a map mode where I could sort just by the resource type so it would be easier. Oh, good. We finished the war goal. Give me a second. I'm busy. I'll be right back. Already upgraded all of you. You're fine. Let's get this upgraded. More over here. Over here. A whole load here. 41 here. It's pretty good, I hear. We need to upgrade all of this. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot of infrastructure projects, but alright. So, our troops. Are they in position? Just about. How long until you are able to do a naval invasion? Not for a little while, but fortunately with only 6 troops, it should be pretty quick. You guys are all going to group up, and your goal is simply to do convoy escorting in these 2 regions and nothing else. Okay? Make sure that I don't lose the motorized on the way in, but I've actually got a shockingly balanced fleet, all things considered. Only 41% intelligence here for some reason, though. Unassigned divisions. Ah, yes, my tanks have arrived. I would normally add them to this division, except that would slow down my naval invasion speed, so we're not going to worry about that right now. I'll come back to that at a later date. Where's my Air Force? There they all are, all over here. Hi, guys. I'm going to ask you all to move forward a little bit and help me out over in the Cloud Hills and stuff. Actually, help me out here. Let's make sure that we win in the north and we can swoop around a little bit. There we go. We also could probably set up a lot more. Let's get a couple of air wings set up over here in the sea tile. Here. And then some bombers as well. And these guys can do naval bombing. Basically. Over there. If we see any ships, bomb the crud out of them. But this should give me some extra intelligence. The ships are being deployed. Shock and awe is done. Thank you, Land Doctrine. Now we're going to move ahead of time on the research. 252 days is still a lot, though. Not sure how good I feel about that. Or resource gain efficiency. Since I seem to be needing that these days. I'm going to go ahead and do the attack and we'll launch the naval invasion later. So are you guys ready to die? Sure as heck hope so. Making sure that I haven't left anything open. I think we are okay. I don't have a lot of really offensive divisions. That's the only thing that's also really weird about this scenario. Alright. You get an event? How fun. I send the war goal. Alright. Orange-green attack. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, these guys get called in. These guys have not been called in yet. Look at the tiny little baby griffin named John Wilson. Oh, he's cute. He's part of the snowflake party. Aw. Alright, for real though, Crush. I probably should tell you guys not to be stupid aggressive. Be a little bit more methodical in how you push right now. Just because we are technically in a little bit of a risk. We have a couple of extra ships over here that I've ignored. Let's move them here. Okay, we've got our naval intelligence. I think we're fine there. Just waiting on the naval invasion. Just need to land somewhere and take a single port. Hopefully you're not holding on to it. I want to make sure we have a good amount of supply. More military factories that I am just going to ignore because I'm lazy. We are going to trade with the changelings and say, hey, we are economically tied to each other. Let's be friends. Okay. The northern tribes should not last very long. We should be able to get into the Elf Lake pretty quick. Grab their capital. Reinforcing where we can. It's not going to be enough to make it capitulate, but I want to make sure we get some territory in everybody before we capitulate the Griffonian Republic, who is already down to 10% of the way towards capitulation. Could call in my vassals, I just realized. We haven't even bothered with that, have we? Yeah, let's just call them in. Why not? They're my vassals. Let's use them. I've actually completely forgotten about them. We can build stuff in their territory and eventually annex them. We got political power. That's no issue. Artillery research grant. All right. Reduce ahead of time penalty by 2 years and gives a 50% research bonus. For the next 2 researches, we get 75% extra. No, sorry. We get the 2 years ahead of time complete reduction in 50% for the next 2 years in support artillery, and then 75% reduction for armor tech, and we also get permanently more reconnaissance and artillery attack value. That's just so dang good. That's, like, ridiculously good. This is one of the advantages of playing as a Yale Rectorate and being a super scientific nation in our legacy, on our history. Because it turns out we have really good technology and scientists. Alright, I think we're ready to go ahead and launch the naval invasion. I am hoping that 6 motorized can grab a port more or less uncontested. Just need to grab something. It doesn't need to be much. I mean, the AI does like to hold onto their ports generally, but this guy doesn't have very many troops, so I'm kind of banking that he's keeping them around his capital and not over here. Not necessarily a wise thing to bank on, but it is what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and upgrade our anti-air, start using up some of those bonuses. We're about to get a whole bunch of new ones anyway. So far, looking just fine in this war. We're not really losing much. Oh, look, they were defending the one place I asked them not to. Well, the good news is we have a convoy escort that should be bombarding the crud out of the fleet. By the way, did you hear that in EU4 they are changing how the naval invasions work by a pretty substantial margin? And that they're actually going to be like, you're going to actually have like naval batteries able to help defend against enemy fleets. It's like, what an interesting choice. Alright, let's try to get to Winterhold using these guys if I can. But we have supply generation, so I don't feel too bad about it. Again, more factories. Not planning on doing anything with it. I need some of you guys to push over here. Just to grab something over here, so that if I am able to capitulate the Griffonian Republic, I'm able to just take some territory from the Kingdom of Vidina as well. Who's justifying on me? The Griffonian Republic is justifying on us. I hate to say it, but we're already at war, dude. That ain't gonna do you a lot of good. Oh, look, it turns out that motorized are terrible at pushing forward. Who knew? Well, good news. We have 40 combat with tanks that I can use instead. Boom. I would like to expand out this naval base, make sure we have plenty of supply. Doink. And then I'm going to change you guys to be on a patrol mission in both of these. And look, we found some enemy ships that we can sink. Because I don't necessarily need to be convoy escorting anymore at this point. We just need to be blowing things up wherever we get the chance. I don't even know what we're fighting. We haven't found them yet. Enchanted barrels. Sweet. We get even better artillery now. Screw it. Let's go for the ahead of time electronics tech. I want research speed. Research speed is pretty good. Flexible production. Awesome. We get a lot more retention to our factories. And then we can go for the army reliability and airplane reliability. Alright. So far we're doing fine. I would like to get some more planes. A couple more wings here, since they do tend to operate a little bit more efficiently if you do this. Then air support, and then some close air support. No, not these guys, sorry. These are better. Okay, just help me out here. Make sure I have the air superiority in the places that I care about, which you are doing just fine and dandy. Thank you. Okay. Should have landed our tanks. There they are. Let the tanks get some organization, and let's see how you handle the 40 combat width. So we're not taking any attrition right now, so that's good. Means we have enough supply generation over here. Nope, no we don't. Never mind. Push! I mean, you'd like to think with these stats we're okay, but they're not very good. I mean, we have, across straights, not so solid. Only 80 combat width as well. It's just kind of like, eh. Let's go ahead and improve the anti-air. I don't think we bother with this. I think we back it up. And we just enjoy generating some extra supply. Artillery research grant is done. Now we can go for the Yale Chiefs of Staff, which gives us a new national spirit. So our research speed for weapons and such goes up. Non-core pony power goes up by 2%, which is huge. Huge. Division organization and division attack. I'm curious to see just how much more pony power we're going to get out of this arrangement. It should be a lot. Oh, hello. The Equestrian Republic just went over here and just ate this for me. Thank you. That was beautiful. Let's go ahead and upgrade our maintenance companies, I guess. Still doing just fine over here. I'm gonna ask you guys to quickly push through here. Get a slight cutoff. Okay, they can't stand. We cannot hold! Say the pitiful Protoss. What the heck happened to these front lines? Hold up. You guys move here. You guys tighten up. You guys go here. You guys tighten up. Like this. There we go. It just takes so many creative liberties, you know? For some reason, you guys are not doing a good job actually patrolling. I may need to split the fleet. There we go. Now we can split them up and they can control both zones. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, try to make sure that some supplies actually get over there. We have level 2 naval bases, which is still not really enough. We're still taking a fair bit of attrition. All right. It was a mistake. Bringing over the tanks, pull them back. Get him out of there. Let's stop taking attrition. We don't need to. We gain nothing for having it there. I'm not going to push any further on them. Let's go ahead and push and just finish this all off. You pin him down. You go here. Excavation is done. That's a load of extra resources coming in for me. I could research mechanized, but I still don't see the point if we're only going to use lights. Could research the mediums. I'm instead going to go ahead of time on light tanks. Since we have the research bonus, let's just use it. And that was it. See? Look how easy that was. We took down the main war leader. And just because we got a little territory in both of these, we get to eat everything. And I have all of the war score. Take all states. Hauklid, take all states. Vedina, take all states. Griffonian Republic, take all states. Thank you, suckers. And we grow ever stronger. That is one faction down. All right, who's the next faction I want to kill? Is it Wingbardy? Mayhaps. The River Coalition would be a widespread, annoying fight, but would be a good one. If I were to take some other land over here, for example, I could spread that further. Depends. Do I think I have superior numbers across the board? The answer feels like yes. I think I'd rather have a tighter front line against these guys and use my superior units to obliterate. So I'm not going to worry about the Arcturian Order or any of these guys down over here. It's just not a high priority for me. I don't think we need a lot of troops over here. I think what we've got already is okay. So let's see. Let's split you guys up like so. Let's just plan out our defensive armies for a second. Dark blue. We actually probably do want to move you guys around. Unfortunately, against these guys, because they're not at war, we have to, like, actually split the front lines across the board, which I find very irritating. Okay, do something like that. You get along over here. 24 there's fine. You get along over here. Okay, so that's going to keep the front lines fully enforced and entrenched. Then we need to decide where we want to actually attack. I think we start by pushing down Diamond Mountain to split forces so we can clear these guys out. And I will use the 40 combat width to do that, since this is an otherwise relatively narrow front line that I'm pushing for. Orange, I will have probably somewhat nearby. Right here, for example. They're going to push at least this far and then push north to assist to make sure we win that fight. And then we'll use our units to clean these guys up. Then over here with green, I think we just push on the south hard. And try pushing up toward the River Republic. In Rikograd, whatever you call it, I don't know. Because the River Republic is the one that's actually dangerous. For once you take them out, everyone else kind of falls apart. Yeah, that seems reasonable enough to me. We are currently training nothing. I think it's time to start training some more knights. That is as much as I can trade. You know what? Forget it. Let's wait until we finish the National Spirit and see how much more pony power I've got, and then I can make an informed decision. Holy crap, we got a lot of factories. Right. More motorized. Artillery, infantry equipment. Let's go for more bombers. And close air support. Magical weapons. Towed anti-air. Self-propelled, more motorized, some more light tanks. Okay, that'll have to do. And the reason I'm going for more light tanks is to start building up some efficiency now, because I anticipate that I am going to need it in the near future. Because we are going to be changing up our models. There's not a whole lot more aluminum for me to get. That's concerning. There's literally not enough available to me right now. I'm going to have to waste some factories. I don't like that. Okay. There are some decisions we can probably take. Yes, we can go for some extra chromium, some more oil for more fuel, and so on. That seems fine. Region-wide industrial policy just cost me political power for not a lot of gain. Let us focus on... what? Air Doctrine. We have more dockyards, too. I don't really need them. I'm not going to waste the resources on it. Let's make sure these guys are actually being deployed where I want them, though. Where is this? I think we just sent him to the reserve fleet. Yeah, there we go. Okay. What are we doing in terms of construction right now? We don't need these anymore. Cancel that. Still working on a load of infrastructure and some anti-air. Speaking of infrastructure, we are mostly building along these lines already, so this is going to be fine. We are going to have serious supply issues, so I think infrastructure does need to be a top priority. After all of that is done, we can start building in our republics and stuff and try to annex them. Whoops. Build a bunch over there, for example. Research slot available. Let's go for some air doctrine, since we have a research bonus. Naval mission efficiency, I guess, for now we'll have to do. We are producing outdated towed anti-air. Add that in. I wonder if you guys even have a lot of planes. You do, actually. So adding some towed anti-air isn't necessarily a bad idea. For now, I think I want to move you guys into a better position to help me do air support over this direction. We have some fairly large airfields. So using all of you, for example, I will assign you up here to Desponia. And some over here. Can't reach that far. If I go here, can I? Not quite. So we need a nearby airbase. We don't want to be doing naval strike. Turn that off. We do want to be doing strategic bombing, though. Make sure you guys target the right things. Forts, anti-air, radar, air bases. Let's move an air base up over here. High priority. Okay. So let's start fabricating on somebody. Who should I fabricate on? Let's go for the Kingdom of Wittenland. Why? Because I hate your stupid little neck thing. It irritates me. You must die. And I'm not going to worry... Well, do I want to fabricate a claim against Wingbardy now? I guess we could. It'll take a while. No real reason, though, because it's going to be a little bit before I'm able to even start this big war. And certainly a while before I can win it. How are we looking right now in terms of supply? So far, we're still okay with the exception of right here. Which I guess doesn't really surprise anyone. This is solder something. Sondersoon. Where is that? I want to prioritize that. There it is. High priority. Sondersoon. Get some more of that infrastructure there so I have plenty of supply. Part of the issue is these guys don't have anything either, though. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit. We've got kind of a lot stacked up over here. I realize it. But not too bad. We'll be alright. National focus. We will go for... I don't really care about the defense of my navy. We are going to go for the bonuses to air doctrine. Help this go a little bit faster. So, we finished and got the non-core pony power. Notice it didn't make much of a difference, though. Instead of 0.4 from the eligible non-core, it's now 0.6. Ooh. So good. I mean, we are gaining 5.6 thousand per month. It is something. It's just not a lot. Other decisions available. Nothing I really care about. We're about to finish with unbreakable materials. That'll be nice. All the extra reliability. Probably good for my magical weapons now that I think about it. Make the knights better. I think we're more or less going to have to make do with just what I have right now. Being perfectly honest. So do I want to go for the production efficiency retention or the cap? I think I usually prefer the growth. Retention in this case isn't too bad, though. I think I will go for the flexible line. In this case, I think we have enough retention stacked up that I'm not too worried about growth. I can swap around my production lines and we'll still do just fine. Just dang fine. Subjects, how are you guys looking? So far, so good. You don't really have any points for your freedom, so you're not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, I have to time my claim against Wingbardy just right. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck in a war against the River Republic for so long that the claim will expire and, you know, people get upset and say, "Oh, you're being weak." It's like, shut up, I'm not being weak, you're being weak. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade the signal companies. We do have these installed in a few people. I'd like to make them a little bit better, get better initiative. Yeah, I mean, we've got how many divisions right now? 186. It's not bad. We certainly rival the powers of, say, Equestria and the Changelings. Equestria, by the way, definitely winning their war now, so I think the Changelings are dead. When that happens, Equestria gonna be real strong. I don't think they're gonna bother me. I don't think they care about the Griffins. I think they want to stick to their own affairs, but still. Let's start working toward the extra bombers. Make those better. Unless I want the close air support models. Actually, yeah, I would like the close air support models first, just because I value those more. But then, yeah, we'll work down the bombers route. Just make them better. Make them better in general. Do I want to bring the Navy down over here? I don't know what I would do with it. Honestly. Let's go ahead and start getting some additional fighter groups. Take all of you. Wait until you actually get reinforced, and then we'll want to do some splits. What's the hotkey again? D. Not S for some reason. There we go. That fixes that. Then we will want some additional close air support. And then we want some bombers. Okay. Let them reinforce, and then we'll do a split as well. Got it. Both of you. Do your normal stuff over, I guess. Can't reach that far. Interesting. Go here, I guess. You guys over here. Bombers target the normal stuff. Anything defensive, basically. Okay, so we should have some pretty good air coverage. How are we looking in terms of... Oh, there we go. We finished our air bases. Nice. So let's move all of you forward. Okay, now you guys can be helpful there. Perfect. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and toss on a little bit more. Now, I've got some pretty threadbare air forces right now. If they throw, like, 600 fighters in one region, obviously I'm going to lose. But I am hopeful that we can quickly find out where they are deploying all of their air forces, and that's where we'll apply counters. In the meantime, this is just sort of some general coverage to help me pass the time, I guess. Just make sure I don't lose. So we now have their entire front covered with some level of air coverage. So if they're going to stock all their stuff up in one air zone, everywhere else is going to be weak, and I know I can push there safely. Naval strike tactics, okay? We can go for interception, air wing mission efficiency, or air superiority. I'm going to prefer the air superiority every time. Not that having the interception is bad. That's just if you want to have a defensive air force as opposed to an offensive air force. Looks like our infrastructure is now sufficient over here. We have enough supply, so I'm not taking any attrition currently. That's a good place to be. Yeah, a lot currently being built up. Look how many freaking civilian factories. Woohoo! I love it. I love having 280 factories working to build everything you want. I mean, we absolutely can go for all-adult serve, and I think I will do that in this war. Since this is clearly our bottleneck. I'm not struggling for production. I'm not struggling for construction. I mean, even if we reduce the speed, we'll have so many lines going at any time. I don't think it's going to hurt me that much. Whereas I'm definitely hurting from a lack of pony power. So what we can do is probably go ahead and start training up some additional knights. Use up the pony power we do have. That is literally all I can do. Okay, perfect. We'll train up 12 and add them all to this army. And then as soon as we start the war, we move on to all-adult serve. And we're going to start getting an absolute ton of extra pony power that I can just use to reinforce the forces that I've already put out there. This will get me close to 200 divisions fielded. Once you have 200 divisions, I mean, it's pretty hard to say that you're not going to win. Okay, so do we feel like we are in a good position and we're ready to attack? I haven't built, like, any forts to defend myself, so there's that. His forces initially are going to start off kind of spread out, and they're all going to have to rush to the front line. The leader of the River Coalition will not capitulate unless every other member has capitulated. Yeah, I'm aware of that. You're about to finish something called the River Army. I don't think I like that. Go! Knights, all of you guys, push. Everyone else, sit tight. Everyone's going to have to get called in. We should see the air superiority coming in. There it is. And all these other people have joined. Alright. I still would like to use my tanks. Mostly to be pushing up in these directions. I can't. Why not? Wait, why is orange... Oh, I forgot. I was using orange this way. Never mind, never mind, never mind. You're fine. You guys push down this direction, I guess. Oh, they're getting absolutely shattered. They've got nothing. The Kingdom of Wingbardy wants to send some volunteers. I'm not going to say no. By all means. Welcome to the party. You're about to die. Let's go for all-adult serve now. I'm not going to go for scraping the barrel. That's pushing it, but yeah. How are we doing in terms of trade and resources? We have a little bit of excess steel now all of a sudden. Okay. More factories. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't be bothered. It's not important enough. It's just not important enough. All right, so we're holding this line for the most part. He's trying to push me back, and he might make a little progress, but he's not going to get too far. We have a small encirclement over here. That was pretty easy. Go ahead and finish all of them off. Orange, once you have finished with that, I'm going to ask that you push up north. Actually, I'm going to tell all of you to assign here and say go. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this, because this is already the direction I want you to swoop in. Pink, you guys can be way more aggressive than this. Go. What are you doing? Wait, what the? Oh, I forgot to move the tanks. Ha 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 ha. I'm an idiot. Okay, the knights are doing their job. We are gradually gaining manpower as our mobilization speed with all-adult serve starts to build it back up, and we are, of course, reinforcing as we go. Supply-wise, we are still looking fine. Not going to be taking any attrition there. That's excellent. You guys actually should stop doing what you're doing, because now that I know you don't actually have any tanks to back you up, it worries me a little bit. Going to tell you to actually go try to just grab some of this, and we'll spread things out a little bit. Dark blue, you need to extend your front line to be something like this. Other lighter blue. Nope, 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 stop, stop, stop. Why is it not grabbing? Edit. Okay. You know something? I'm tired of you guys having a split line anyway. There. That should be a little bit better. Can you guys finish this off? Thank you. Okay, now everyone's going to their proper front lines. Orange apparently has decided to ignore their typical orders and just go wherever the heck they want to go. You need to spread out a little bit. You can't. Okay. Still pushing pretty effectively down over here using the knights, spreading very effectively using orange. I expect them to go north, but they're refusing to do so, but that's honestly so far working out just fine. Gonna ask you guys to push up here. Let's just go ahead and split the forces. The fall of Lake City is done, and we are already making some extraordinary progress against the pathetic ponies of the River Republic. Die, pony, die! Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I, as always, will see you guys next time.